So, if you're into NFL action, you want some NFL free picks, the Skin of the Pig is the show for you. And here we go. I've got Legion of Picks back on after his college show, and
Yes, sir.
Bowser here to give out 3 free picks each for this upcoming Sunday's NFL action. We'll start out with the Green Bay San Francisco game, as you both like this game. So the line is San Francisco -4. Legion, you like the Packers in this one?
Yeah, I took the Packers on the spread, and I also sprinkled some on the money line at plus 180 for a couple reasons. Prime time, give me Aaron Rodgers over Jimmy G all day, every day, twice on Sundays. Dang near bet half your house on it. He's just better on prime time than Jimmy G is over his career, so I will take it. He's from California. He likes playing in California due to his numbers. And in the last game there, it showed me that, the Packers are back on offense. And San Francisco shouldn't have won against Philadelphia last week. So that just tells me they're just really not ready to play a better team yet. So, and then they got to play, I think, the Rams next, or the Seahawks next. I can't remember. It's one of the two. So they're going to be, playing one of those two teams next. So I think San Fran's going to be laying an egg here, and Green Bay has a chance winning this outright, to be honest with you. So, the +4 is just a safety net, but I took them on the money line as well. So,
all right, and Bowser, you like this? You like the Packers also?
Yeah, I like the Packers +4 here as well. So a couple of things. Number one, defensively, the Packers went ahead and they shut out the Lions in the second half. So their defense is starting to click here a little bit. I look for that momentum to carry over against the 49ers. The other reason that I'm going here is I can see this one being a close game, but when you're looking at the 49ers offense too, they're picking up running backs off the street right now. From a standpoint of their running backs, right? They're trying to figure that out because they are really hurt and injured there in the backfield. And then I still don't think people have given Aaron credit the credit that he's due. And it's Aaron Rodgers. So if you're going to have me go ahead and choose between Jimmy G there and a banged up offense versus Aaron Rodgers, I'm going to go ahead and take that. So give me Aaron Rodgers +4 here.
Yeah, I'm going to try out for the team for running back. I'll let you know how that works out. You might see me on the screen. I don't know.
All right,
we'll see you for one play before you pull a hammy, dog. You're gonna
all right. Yeah, I would like to see that.
I can still go for one play. Come on now. I got 2 plays in me.
All right, one in each half.
Yeah, that's right.
So you can catch your breath after the first one to be ready for the second half. Yeah. All right, so moving to the AFC North here for you, Legion. You look at the matchup between Cincinnati and Pittsburgh, and the line. Yeah, that's what when you see some of these lines up here. The lines change. These guys bet these early in the week. Some of these lines change, and then the lines are changing every day, and I just pull these off some consensus sites. So the line I got this was a -3. I know you got this earlier in the week at +4.5 on the Bengals. Why do you like the Bengals?
For multiple reasons here. The biggest one is just the Steelers on defensive side of the ball and offense. They got injuries. And if Big Ben is going to play, I think that's going to only help me a little bit more here than if he doesn't play. That means he's probably not going to throw it downfield with the type of injury he has, and so this can be run heavy. So that means it's going to milk the clock, and possessions are going to matter. And so in a close contest, give me the points in a situation like that for sure. That and Joe Burrow, yes, in the last game he threw 3 interceptions back to back to back. But then he comes back and starts throwing touchdowns and tries to put his team in position to win the game. So mentally, I like Joe Burrow going into the Steelers house and getting the W. I think honestly they can win here, especially just due to the injuries on the defensive side. And the Bengals, they're pretty healthy throughout. And in these division games, history's shown they're usually, within a touchdown. I know the last couple of years it hasn't been. It's been a blowout. The Steelers have blown them out, but some of that was because obviously no fans in stands and this and that, and Joe Burrow being hurt last year and stuff too, right? So you take that with a grain of salt. But most of the time in these divisions, especially the AFC North division, those games are usually within a touchdown at the end of the day. So anytime I'm getting, 4.5 points or something plus, I'm going to take the points in those division matchups. So that's what I'm going to go with.
All right, sounds good. So moving over to you, Bowser. You like the Raiders?
The Raiders.
Excuse me. I do like the Raiders here at -3.5. I took this immediately after Tua was injured for the game here. I thought it was one of those games where, as the Dolphins kind of coming in, their offense got shut out in the last game against the Buffalo Bills. So I expected them to kind of spend a fair amount of time on offense. You had Tua kind of playing halfway through the week, or them expected to play, right? Fractured ribs, kind of throw Jacoby Brissett in there. I think he kind of keeps them close, but I still think that the Oakland Raiders are able to put this one away at -3.5. So I'm going to go ahead and take Oakland here. I know that line's kind of creeped up to 4.5. In some books, it might even be 5. So if you were able to kind of catch that line, or you're able to snag a line there at the -4 area, I really like it. But at that 5.5, 5 or 5.5, if it creeps up, I don't like it at that point. So there was value on it kind of early in the week there.
All right, close it out for you, Legion. You like the Indy, Tennessee. Tennessee now is -5.5. I know that line's been moving a little bit with that Wentz's injury status. I know you got it at Tuesday at -4. Why do you like the Titans?
Yeah, the reason why I like them is because Derrick Henry had a monster day against Seattle. And so I think that's lit the fire under him. So he's going to probably have another monster day against one of the league's worst defenses when you're looking at the stats on what Seattle did to him, and then what the week prior to that, what that defense let happen. So I don't see why Tennessee can't come in here and at least win by a touchdown here. And I got them winning by a touchdown. I think it was 61% of the time. So I just don't see how the Colts if Carson Wentz plays and he's double taped up on his ankles, that's going to limit his mobility. So if he's not going to be moving around, that's only going to help me out on the Tennessee's defensive side of things. And then if the backup quarterback comes in, it might be Huntley they're talking about, but what's the other guy? I think Easton or something like that. What is it? Caleb? What's his name here? Caleb Eason. I think if he plays, or maybe they're going to try to play both these quarterbacks in packages. I don't know what their plan's going to be if Carson Wentz is out. So it just doesn't look good to me all around. So I'm just going to go fading the injuries on this week, with a couple of my picks here. Sometimes that bites me, sometimes it's this next man up, like we're seeing tonight with the Texans here. It's this next man up, and, they're doing fine. So, but I don't think it's going to happen for Indy, and I don't think it's going to happen for Pittsburgh. But, I'll definitely ride Tennessee here, -4, where I got him at. And I would play him at -5.5 still. When it gets to 6.5, that's when you kind of got to start drawing the line for me. But
all right, I've got I like one of these sides in this one also. I think it's going to be one of my posted plays coming up tomorrow. So not going to give any hints on that one right now. Bowser, your last play out in the West here. You like Seattle on the money line?
Yeah, I took Seattle money line with this one. So, when you really look at this, you look at a Minnesota team here who arguably could be, should be 2-0, right? And, they're 0-2 going into this game. They're going at home. They're coming into a Seattle team that should be 2-0 as well, arguably, right? But the records don't state that. So when you look at both sides offensively, you're looking at very balanced on both sides, right? Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, Thielen, right? And then on the Seattle side, you got Carson, Lockett, and Metcalf. I look for it to be a pretty evenly well matched, right? You're seeing that with the money line. I think the spread's at -1.5 there for Seattle. But what it really comes down to is I think the X factor here, and it's going to be your quarterback. Are you going to rely on Kirk Cousins here, or are you going to rely on Russell Wilson to come through and take and finish the game? I do think that this comes down to a fourth quarter drive here. Whoever's got that ball, I think, is going to be the winner there. But I think it's going to end up in Seattle's hands. I like Seattle to take home a win here with a very, very narrow victory.
Yeah, I mean, as bad as Cousins can fail right now, I think the whole thing, the X factor in this game is Minnesota's kicker. I mean, that guy's
always their kicker. I mean, every year it's their kicker. Like, where are they getting these guys from? Like, pay some money for a kicker for once in their lives. I don't get it.
Yeah, but you got to remember, back to the I don't know how many years ago it was when Cole Pepper was their quarterback.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they were like 15-1 for the regular season, and then in the playoffs, and they had the best kicker in the league, and he still missed the one at the end of the game.
I guess because it happens in the playoffs against Seattle. Yeah. Seattle should have lost that one.
Kirk Cousins' record too against Seattle's 1-4 or 1-3. Sorry, 1-4. Like, he just does not have a good record against Seattle either. But then again, he doesn't.
When you look at those numbers, a lot of that came down to the stupid kicker from Minnesota losing those games, man. So it's yeah.
Okay, so then who's the more reliable kicker, Seattle's kicker, or?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, if you would have said who's got the better kicker, I'm just saying, shut up.
Yeah,
well,
right.
You got to rely on the quarterback to put them in the position. I guess Kirk Cousins been doing it, but it just kicker. If Kirk Cousins was a man, he would have just got the touchdown, right?
There it is. There it is. Oh dang, I like it.
Just saying, man. Just saying.
Nah, I hear you, man. No, that's gonna be a good game. I think that's a game right there for prop betting for sure. Take if you believe the over is going to happen, which I think is going to happen, then you look at receptions over, yardage over, and
Thielen receptions over. You could probably look at Lockett receptions over, or even maybe Metcalf. Metcalf is due for a game. He's just
that's who everyone was talking about. Yeah, in the Discord there on our chat was talking about Lockett. I'm like, no, DK Metcalf. He's been a no-show so far. Look at him have a big game.
Didn't he have 160 something yards? Right? Against how many yards did he have? I thought he had 160 yards here. 2 touchdowns.
In his last game?
Yeah, what do you have in the last game?
Yeah, I don't know. He wasn't on my fantasy team, so I don't care about him that much. To be honest.
Isn't that the truth? Yeah.
Anytime someone has a big game, at least I had Aaron Jones on my fantasy team. Boy, that won me the game. I tell you what.
So here you go. Tyler Lockett had 8 receptions for 178 yards.
Okay, what DK Metcalf have?
6 for 53.
Yeah,
and,
he's
and 4 for 60. So he's the focal point should be on Lockett this week. Like if it's a number one shutdown, should be Lockett, which should free up Metcalf.
Yeah, so if his receptions are at 5.5, take Metcalf 5.5 receptions. If his yardage is around 55, 60, take the over.
You could maybe potentially look at his longest reception going over. In complete honesty, is I think some value too.
Yeah.
Because just one beat over the top, and that's going to be 40, 45 plus yards easy.
There we go.
Player props is where I'm looking this week. Teasers are where I'm also looking this week. Specifically, there's just a lot of lines where I don't really trust where it's at sitting. But, if you're going to do a 6-7 point teaser, getting a couple of them in the plus points, I really, really like. Cincinnati being one of them, kind of getting them in the +10 range, getting Green Bay in the +10 range, maybe getting a Buffalo at a money line situation with a teaser. Looking at something maybe like that, putting together, maybe grabbing Tampa Bay at +7 or something like that, throwing them in there. Teaser weekend here is what I'm looking at.
All right, sounds good. And Saturday morning, 10 o'clock, you'll be on for
Two dudes in NFL props.
Yep,
there it is.
All right, so that'll do it. This quick rundown again here. Legion likes the Packers +4, the Bengals +4.5, the Titans -4. He likes them even up to -5.5 if you're getting in late. Bowser's also on Green Bay +4, Oakland -3.5, and Seattle on the money line.
There it is.
All right, so that'll do it for today. These are their 5 plays, but for this Sunday's action, get in quick before these lines keep moving, and just cash some tickets.
Yeah, we'll do it all again next week.
All right, thanks a lot, Bowser, Legion. See you next week.
All right, take care, one.
Peace, squad.